Empire
City Transmission.
Everybody, welcome back to Empire City Transmissions. We are the Empire City Garrison of the 501st Legion, and we're here to talk all things Star Wars. Today I have with me Richard Mosher, who I have not yet met in person, but I am so excited to have the opportunity to troop with you. I have heard rumors of your enthusiasm, and it is
It's all true. It's all
it's
true.
it's all true. Yes,
Yeah, it's some of it's myth, but it's mostly true.
Well, and it clearly is true because you were named the Hudson Valley Squad's Trooper of the Year, which is amazing because this is your first year with us, right? Like, has
Yeah,
it even been a full year? Like,
I've no, it's been 6 months. I became a member in June of
wow,
25.
okay. Okay,
Yeah,
so you haven't even been with us a full year
no,
and named Trooper of the Year with our Hudson Valley Squad,
yes,
which again
yes.
just speaks volumes to your enthusiasm.
Thank you,
We are
thank you.
so lucky to have you, and I'm so happy to have you here today. But before
Thank
we
you.
get into your interview, we'll have a quick word from our CO, Justin. Over to you,
Excellent.
Justin.
One of the greatest things about the 501st Legion is that moment when you first find out that you've been approved. You're given your ID number and you are then set out amongst the world as a trooper, going to events and being a part of this unbelievable organization. Not long ago, before I was commanding officer of the Empire City Garrison, I was a GML, the Garrison Membership Liaison. We had the responsibility of judging people's costumes and then accepting them and making sure that they got themselves into the Legion. It's a tough job being a GML, but those moments when you hear that excitement, when someone new found out that they just got approved, it almost brings you back to that time when you were first approved. Meeting Richard Mosher, this man, his enthusiasm is absolutely incredible. And we were at an event up in Hudson Valley, and myself and one of the current GMLs, Joe Grubbs, were suiting him up and taking photos and getting him submitted to the garrison. And, we had this amazing, he looked fantastic and he held it well. His enthusiasm was intoxicating. And we had the ability to approve him on the spot. And he was absolutely ecstatic. He ran downstairs in his stormtrooper uniform, and I don't think he's taken it off since that day. I've had the honor of trooping with him, and I love it. He and I had a phenomenal banter going back and forth, as we were welcoming people into the Cyclones game, in Brooklyn. It was a lot of fun. I enjoy him so much, but yeah, just talk to him, just meet him. His enthusiasm for the 501st and what we do is off the hooks. Richard, I love you, brother. Congratulations on being on Empire City Transmissions. We love you. Keep doing what you're doing. All right. This is Justin Weiss, commanding officer of the 501st Legion's Empire City Garrison. Back to Empire City Talks.
Thank you so much for that, Justin. All right, Richard. Let's start with the number one thing. What got you into Star Wars?
Well, so it goes back to my childhood. It wasn't a very nice childhood at all. Basically, back in '77, when the movie was released, New Hope, I was 7 years old. Just going through a really bad time. I didn't have a father. Mom really wasn't. That's a whole nother story. So it was me, my brother, my mother. My brother comes along and says he used to read Starlog magazine. That was an old, back in the '70s, science fiction magazine with movies and books and stuff like that. So he goes, "Oh, we're gonna go see this movie this weekend, Star Wars." I'm like, "What the hell, Star Wars? All right, whatever. Just kill some time." So we went, and of course, it's like Star Wars is like your first time with Star Wars is like any event. You remember exactly where you were the day you saw it, or what, you know what I mean? It was one of those. For me, it was anyways. It was like an iconic moment in my life. I'm like, I was in the space movies, and this ship is flying across and robots, and I'm like, what the hell is this? The guy's talking weird. Then all of a sudden, all these guys are running towards this door, and there's a big explosion, and these dudes dressed in white armor just step out and start, and I'm like, oh my god! So I'm getting excited. Getting a little, I got to cover up but I was like,
Yeah,
I
it's just
remember,
Star
dude.
Wars, okay?
That's just well, oh, it's just
Yeah,
Star
it's
Wars.
just Star Wars.
Oh,
Understatement
it's
of the
just
year.
Star Wars. It's all right. It's a little movie. So I was like, I couldn't even breathe. I was just so taken aback by the stormtrooper. I was like, and then when Darth Vader walks through, you're like, oh my god, what is this? And I was just like, from the first, I was like, oh my god. So um, that the image of the first stormtrooper coming through the door is just tattooed in my brain forever.
Mhm.
So when the movie ended, I was like, oh my god, it was the greatest thing I've ever seen. And we saw it like so many times. We saw it like every weekend. But I was always cause my if I haven't guessed by now, I'm a TK. I have
Mhm.
stormtrooper, and everybody's asking me when's your next costume? Hell no, hell no. I am married. My armor's right there. There it is. I don't know if you can see it. It's over there.
Oh my God, like literally
Hopefully,
on
on
display
display right there, and in case I need to jump in it like Batman.
at any moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I look out and I see the Star Wars thing in the sky, and I jump in and I go wherever I go. That's it. It's basically
I'm
what it is.
ready.
I'm like the Batman of stormtroopers. So I everybody asks, "When's your next costume?" No, I'm a stormtrooper. I'll forever be a TK. That's it. Not a sand trooper, not a snowy. A TK, and that's it. Don't ever ask me again. That's all. So what I would do is like when I was a kid, I would always just spend hours, and I was usually by myself. My brother was dealing, like I said, it was traumatic childhood. My brother, he's like the only other guy who understands. He's a year older than me, but he would do his own thing, deal with it in his own way. I would just run into the woods by myself, get boxes, cut them up, try to make some sort of armor, and I'd find a stick in the woods that looks like a blaster, and just play by myself. Just stormtrooper. And I would just play for hours. Whatever kept me out in Star Wars, in the Star Wars world as a stormtrooper, and not have to go back to my house to deal with that nightmare. So it just and so it went. The movie, I credit the movie to save my life when I was a kid, and I just became, as I became older, I would always get stormtrooper action figures, whatever, this and that. Halloween came. Ben Cooper. I don't know if you ever heard of the Ben Cooper costumes. They used to have like those old like plastic masks with the vinyl suits that were like basically like a fire hazard, but that's whatever. But they
It's
had
a time.
stormtrooper ones, and I bought like 2 or 3 of those just to have, and I would just walk around with the little mask on and stuff. And as I became older, and technology came about and the internet, and I years ago I saw they were building stormtrooper armor kits, and I was like, I was such a world apart from that because I couldn't afford it at the time. I was like, I'm an adult now. I have kids. I have responsibilities. I can't do that. But I swore to myself one day I would, 100%. And then this about a year ago, just almost a year ago to the day, I was able to get my armor, and it was I almost cried. It was like I know it was still a little geeky, whatever, but it was the proudest. It was one of the proudest like days of my life, just opening that box, and I'm like, I have I have a stormtrooper kit. I'm a stormtrooper now. So I figured out, I heard about the 501st. I know they've been around since I think 2001 or whatever. And I would always hear, that's cool. These guys are doing this, doing that. And I always thought, well, you just get a costume, throw it on, and you're a member. Obviously, hell no, that's not the case. And it's such a strict policy. And I was just like, you know, I agreed with the policy as soon as I found out about attention to detail, and it's got to look a certain way, and I get it because I was in I was in the military, so I know attention to detail and all that stuff, and I had appreciation for it. So I was like, yeah, I want to be put together like I just walked off the movie screen. I don't want to look like some like Times Square like Spider-Man wearing Air Jordans. You know what I mean? Because you see, oh yeah, it's Spider-Man. And you look at his feet like that's not
That's like
Spider-Man.
creepy
That's
Elmo
an
that's like
idiot. Like,
trying to
yeah,
come give
yeah.
you a hug.
Momo. Yeah, but Elmo doesn't wear like, thigh-high stiletto boots. So what are we doing here? So you got to be authentic, So I appreciate that. So that was my love and passion for Star Wars.
Mhm.
That's how it began.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So it's literally so like you getting that was literally just like your inner child like
yeah,
squealing, I'm sure.
yeah. It just only took me like 50 years of my life to get there, but persistence pays off. So, but yeah, like I said, as soon as it opened up, I was like, this is my holy grail. And
Mhm.
then I bought like this goofy looking mannequin off of Amazon so I could have. I wasn't gonna store it in a box. I have it on display so I can look at it. It's a reminder,
Yeah.
and There's a funny quick story. I don't know how much time. Do we have hours? Because let's go. So, because I have stories. I talk too much. But
No, it's perfect. Keep going.
I was shortly after I got the suit. It was right before I joined the 501st. I was sick in bed, and then my kids called the ambulance because I was really really in bad shape. So the paramedics come into my room,
Mhm.
and the one guy comes up to me and he's like, "Oh, what's going on?" Blah blah blah. And the other one, she's a female paramedic. She's standing. She says she's looking with her mouth open, like she's like, "Oh my god." She's, "You're a stormtrooper." And I'm like, I'm sick. I'm like rolling over. I'm like, "Oh yeah." And she's like, "Are you in the 501st?" I'm like, "Almost." And she's like, "Oh my god, oh my god." So we both turn and we're like, "Wait, how about you? Can you help him out first? We'll deal with this later." It
I'm
was so fun.
dying now,
She
please.
was just like, "I can't believe you're a stormtrooper." I'm like, "Yeah, well, if I live long enough, I will be. But let's take care of business first, yeah."
Please take me to the
So,
hospital.
yeah, please. We'll deal with that later. Come on, you can come back later and try it on. I don't care. Just get me the hell out of here. So yeah, that was pretty funny. So
That's actually really cool. Like she totally fangirled. Like I
oh yeah,
mean,
yeah.
like I know everybody gets like excited to see us, and
Yeah.
like stormtroopers especially because it's such an iconic
I
costume.
totally.
But
It just
yeah.
crosses like so many generations. And
Hmm.
like she was like a younger looking. I'd say maybe like in her early 30s if I had to guess.
Hmm.
And that's a stormtrooper. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's everybody knows Vader,
Yeah.
stormtrooper.
Hmm.
It's it.
And just
You know?
it's iconic. And it's just so funny.
Absolutely.
Like I don't like I mean, personally, I've never like run into somebody who is like, "Oh my God, I've heard of the 501st." You know, like they've seen us, I'm sure, but like not like they don't like know exactly who we are. So that's so cool that she actually like knew the 501st, not just
Yeah, that
like,
was
"Oh,
great.
cool, a stormtrooper costume." She was like, "Oh, you're
And
one."
she couldn't even move. I was like, "There's nobody in there. The guy who's in it is right here.
I'm here.
Yeah,
I'd really
help
like to
me out
wear it.
first,
Please
then
take
we'll get
care of
to yeah.
me.
If I live, then I'll jump in and I'll do some things for you, whatever you want to do."
Yeah.
So, yeah, so
So,
that was pretty funny.
so how did you hear of like the 501st? Like,
So like on the internet, I've always like again this I have like a charitable heart. I don't have necessarily the funds to like give away to charity. My whole idea was like to get directly involved in a charity. Like when I was in my I think right when I got back from the military for my basic training, I rented a 1989 Michael Keaton Batman costume from a local costume shop when I lived down in Westchester, and I was able to buy some toys, and this is like before everything was strict. I was able to go to Westchester County Medical Center, which is down in Westchester, and they let me go in a children's ward dressed as Batman to give away toys to these kids, and they were like, I was like, this is the coolest, it was just the looks on their faces. Well, it was just like wow.
mhm,
So I've always had like a charitable like heart, always wanted to give back because, I was able to make it to my childhood by the grace of God and people who were put in my life, things, like Stormtrooper, Star Wars. I was able to carry on with my life and have, eke out a pretty good life for myself. So I always wanted to give back, whenever I can.
mhm,
So, I stumbled upon the 501st. I guess I was online and I saw that they were visiting children's hospitals. I was like, that is what I want to do. I
mhm.
want to do things like that. You know what I mean? And the thing is, you wearing your bucket, and nobody knows who you are. So it's like the perfect like way. You're anonymous. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But you're not. You're not a human being. You're a stormtrooper. You're wrapped in this hard plastic, impossible costume that you can hardly see. You can hardly breathe.
Yeah.
But God, do I love it. And they see a stormtrooper and they don't see anything else. They're like, oh my God, you just like came from Star Wars universe, and now here you are in my wherever, right, hospital, whatever, this and that.
Mhm.
And it's just so that was my motivation behind it. So um got the costume, got in touch with the local garrison. They just blew me off. I was like, what the hell? I was like, really? I guess you guys are members. So I was like, what the hell, man? And I'm like putting on this costume, taking pictures. Look how cool I look. And, my shoulder armor's up here. My knee things turn around. I'm like, the thing's crooked. Yeah, I look
It's
great,
like a
whatever.
plan.
So then, they finally, I think it was Justin who got back in touch with me. Justin or Mike, I'm horrible with names. I know Justin and I know Lyle. Everybody else, I
Mhm.
just know names. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, no, I do know names. Just but too many hits to the head. But so they got me in touch with Lyle, who's the Hudson Valley squad leader,
Mhm.
He got in touch with me, Lyle, and I know he's gonna be watching here, and I love you, brother. Like he's like I've only known him for 6 months, but if it wasn't for him, I
Mhm.
wouldn't have got in. I mean, I would have gotten eventually, but he just made it. I mean, that guy is like a true like. His soul is just golden. He's just a beautiful dude. Um,
Yeah.
he
I
came
always
to my
really do
house.
like
Like I
him.
live up in Dutchess County. He lives down in Westchester. He made time to come all the way up to my house. It's an hour away to put me in my suit and take pictures, which I thought was weird. Like a strange guy was to come to my house, take pictures of me. I'm like,
Yeah.
do I have to get changed in front of you or whatever? I mean, if it helps me get in
Oh, no,
quicker, I'll
don't
do it.
worry.
Whatever.
Like I'll
I'll do
help
whatever.
you put your
Yeah,
diaper
whatever. I
on
mean,
or
I'll wear
anything.
an undersuit, but whatever. It's no big thing.
Oh, you guys
But
don't have the scouts have the diaper. Sorry, I was making
yeah,
fun
no,
of
no. I don't, well, I mean, I could wear a diaper. I'm look good in a diaper, but yeah, that's another story. But I'm like, do you have to go in my room and watch me? Whatever.
you.
So, but I got
How
changed, and
cute is this?
he was like doing no, got to fix this, that, blah 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 blah. Stand this way, do this, do that. I took pictures, submitted them. Came back really quick. You got to change a few things. So then I think he had the idea. He contacted Justin, and we decided that we had the undiscovered realm Comic Con White Plains. That was in June.
Mhm.
They were like, "Come, bring your suit. Come down." I bought a racer in anticipation of joining. So they're like, "Come down."
How to represent.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna I was gonna get in it. I was either gonna kiss ass or whatever I had to do to get in. I was gonna get in. I was really that's it. Put on a lipstick, whatever it takes. I don't give a crap. So I grab my kid and I fly down there and I'm like, yeah, this is great. So we're doing a few things. I was helping out with Blasted Trooper, and Justin's like, all right, go put your stuff on. Let's go. We'll see if it looks good. I'll approve you right now. And I was like, oh my god. So I'm blah 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 blah. And so Justin and Mike came in and they're adjusting me this and that. Stand this way. Stand up. Blah 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 blah. Justin goes, yep. Because I approve you, member of the 504. And I was like, it was I was yeah, like the heavens. I was like, it's just like it was a proud moment for me. I mean I get a little sappy. I almost did have a tear in my eye. I'm like, this is it's all I wanted. So he's like,
Yeah,
stay in your suit, go on the floor, and I was like, that's all I needed. I was like, I
thank
got this,
you.
man. Don't you worry. And as soon as I'm like in full character, as soon as I'm in that thing, character.
Mhm.
I'm just playing around. I'm like, I mean, I love interacting with like the fans,
Mhm.
kids especially, they're like, oh my god, and a little 5-year-old, whatever, stormtrooper, cool, whatever. The big kids, the adult kids, stormtrooper, this is great, blah blah, pictures, and it's just it was, and I'm in there, I'm just like feeling like so proud to like be among, and then just the people, um, that I've known in a short period of time in the 501st. I mean, I love them all. Like, I just love. Swear to God, love all of them. And when I say that, I mean it because they just really took me in like immediately, and they made me feel like part of their. Yeah, the garrison, but we're family,
Yeah,
and
our little
that's
space
100%
family, like we
true.
always say.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's my space family. Yeah, and I was
Mhm.
like, I've met some of the most amazing, creative, like just nicest people, and I'm just like, I'm just feel honored to be in their presence because they're just so. It's just I can't still can't believe I'm a part of it.
Mhm.
That's why I try to go any troop I can find. I try to create troops. I'm like it's been dead since like Christmas. I'm chomping
Yeah.
at the bit to put this thing on. I'm looking for an excuse. I'm like, let's go.
Yeah, everybody starts getting real antsy. Don't worry. Like once like May hits, like
Right.
May the fourth weekend
Yeah,
is
but May is still
nuts.
far away. What the
I
heck?
know it
Let's
is, but like you're
go.
gonna like you'll get it all out, I promise. There's we've
I
got plenty
better.
coming, and that is like that month is absolute pure insanity.
Good. I'm waiting.
Yeah.
I'm counting down. So I'm like,
Mhm.
let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, you'll be living in it.
Yeah, the thing smells already. No, it doesn't. Actually, after every troop, I clean it meticulously. That's why it looks so white.
Mhm.
Everybody else's TK is turning yellow. I'm like, whatever.
It's like you and
I just
Bill.
I just use car polish and I buff it out. Whatever. That's it.
Mhm.
Just put
Yeah,
it on display. Boom.
yeah.
Sweet.
It's you and Bill. Bill, every single time I troop with him, like he's like one of the last ones to leave because he wipes down everything and then
Oh
everything gets like
yeah,
stored like in this bag so he can
I love it.
transport it all like safely. Like
Yeah, it's great. It's a hermetically sealed. When it opens up, all the mist comes out. The lights
yeah.
come on. It's like Iron Man is getting suited up. That's
Yeah.
how it is. I love it. Yeah.
So,
So that was my journey to the 501st.
mhm. Oh, that's
Yep.
amazing. All
Yeah.
right.
Love it.
So let's talk more about Star Wars.
Sure. Sure.
So you have written here that A New Hope is like your favorite bit of media. And is that just like the nostalgia of like that was like the first one that you saw, or like
Yeah, I mean
why A New Hope?
well, that's like I said, that was the one that just introduced me to Star Wars.
Mhm.
It just hit me. It just, and I mean, I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't make fun of the spaceship, but when when the words scroll up and then the camera pans up and then the first rebel ship flies through and then the Star Destroyer is just massive, and you're just like, what? Like at that
What
we've
did I
never
sign up
seen
for?
anything like that at the time.
Mhm.
I was like, I just couldn't speak. I was like, "What is happening here?" And then, then of course, like I said, I was making fun of R2D2C3PO, but it was this cool. I was like, what's happening? It just kept stepping up and stepping up. And when the stormtroopers came, I was like, I'm in. I'm totally in.
So,
I am. You got me.
mhm.
So it was just such an impact on my life at the time. And I'll still that scene, like I could just stop watching the movie after that scene because I just sometimes when I'm bored I just put it on just to see our introduction to stormtroopers and Darth Vader comes stepping out, and
Mhm.
I'm just like, you can't you just can't put like a price on that. It's like I said, it's tattooed on my brain forever, and I know, like, people love it. They say Empire Strikes Back was the greatest movie, was the best movie. Whatever. I don't see. I don't go that deep. I just
Mhm.
enjoy them.
Mhm.
Um, and I'm well versed in the Star Wars universe, I guess, per se. Not the prequels, but they're okay. I guess serve a purpose, um,
Mhm.
but then I guess the last three were they're okay.
Mhm.
I didn't mind them. The costumes are pretty wild. And then
Mhm.
you have like the offshoots, like the Mandalorian, which is that's kick ass.
Mhm.
Boba Fett was okay. Uh,
I was hoping for more from Boba Fett.
yeah, a lot of I think it was a little disappointing.
Yeah.
Um, but it was still okay. And Obi-Wan Kenobi was just phenomenal.
Hmm.
That was
Looking forward to
crazy.
more of that.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was, and there were stormtroopers all around. So I was like, yep, there you
Hmm.
go, boom. Yep, same thing with Andor, stormtroopers. Go,
Hmm.
good. And Rogue One was just that was probably the greatest movie since Star Wars movie since probably New Hope and Empire, my opinion.
It's my
Um,
Rogue One is my favorite. Like that
that's a
movie, I think
crazy
it's just
movie.
pure perfection. Like if you know nothing else about Star Wars, like Rogue One is just an amazing movie.
Yeah,
Like
they did a great
love
job
it.
with that one. Did a
Yeah.
great job. Yep,
Yeah, and I'm
100%.
currently watching Andor, and it's like that too. Just like I was just talking about it with Earl. Like the meticulous like attention to detail that they put
Yeah,
into that show is just
yeah.
again
Well,
phenomenal.
well, the thing is, like, you can't miss a beat with these like offshoots, like these spin-off shows, because the universe has already had been set from the first three movies.
Hmm.
I'm sure nobody thought it was going to be like a lifetime of like this icon, representation of a movie, but so but it's cool because like deep fans like us, we pay attention. We're like, wait a minute, where did this come from? And then you see it over here in this show, but it has to be accurate to the original.
Hmm.
It has to be. They can't mess that up. You
Yeah.
can't like let's go into an alternative universe like the Marvel and DC. No, 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 hell no,
Hmm.
don't even. You just got to
Like
follow along that
800
basic story.
Spider-Mans, and it's like, oh,
Yeah,
that's a
it's
new
like
universe.
I fall asleep after a while. I'm like that. I feel like who the hell is this? No, not into that. Not into. I just like the whole just it's a basic storyline, but it's like it's everything. It's like it just built that universe. So I guess it's like they got to stay true to it, and I get it. Attention to detail. So
For those who are maybe just tuning in for the first time, whenever we do an interview, I have like a little form that I asked everybody to fill out. And one of the questions was if you could have another costume, like what would it be? And you have, and I quote, Vader because it's fucking Vader. Like
fucking Vader. It is
so again, like I mean, of course, like again, I feel like the only character who might be more iconic than a stormtrooper from Star Wars would be Darth Vader.
absolutely,
But
absolutely.
any specific reason why, like why Darth Vader?
Well,
Other than because it's fucking Vader, like.
well, because fucking Vader. I mean, that just says it all. But so funny. Another little story from my childhood. Um, back in the '70s, after the first movie was released, I believe David Prowse actually did a tour in America, a live tour, where he would go around like spots, around the states and stuff, dressed as Vader.
Mhm.
So he came to, for my first 10 years, I lived in Jersey. So there was a place, I think it was called the Quaker Bridge Mall. Again, I don't remember a lot from my childhood, but I remember that. So Quaker Bridge Mall in Jersey, Darth Vader, come see Darth Vader live. And let's go. Let's do it. So we get there, wait online for hours. The line must have wrapped them around the mall, whatever. You know, 'cause Star Wars, the first New Hope was in its peak. You know, so when we're going. I'm psyched, and I'm about like this tall. My brother's like this tall. We're little kids. And then we're getting close. I'm like, oh my god, there's our thing. And he's just standing there, hands on his hips. He can hear him breathing. I'm just like, and then I'm like, and I'm getting more. I'm like, and then when I get to him, he's reaching his hand down to shake me. And I'm like, I just start crying. And I waited hours just to cry in this guy's face or his mask, whatever. And he's got his hand out like, hello, you know, you should have just
Mhm.
smacked me. So wake up and shake my hand, stupid. Let's go. But I was like, so my mom just kind of like, you know, did the little cane thing and said, let's go. We're done here. I can't believe we waited 4 hours for you to cry. You wouldn't shake the guy's hand. And I'm like, I know, I'm so sorry. But whatever. That was my first like live interaction with Star Wars. Was
Mhm.
Darth fucking Vader, and
Yeah.
I cried in his face like a little child that I was.
Yeah, but like out of excitement, I'm sure, not like, oh my God,
Well,
this is
I peed
terrifying, or
myself,
like,
so maybe it was more about fear. So I did a little pee
oh.
came out. So yeah, but it's probably fear. No, not excitement. No, I wasn't that cool yet. It took me a little while to get cool. I'm brave. So
My
yeah,
little
but
one, one of the, I, when I finally like brought him to like his first, well, not his first troop, but like brought him to a troop with me. I was like all excited. I was like, this is gonna be so great. It's gonna be so much fun. And I think it was Ron was Darth Vader, like came over, like and like did like one of these to like go say hi to him, burst into tears.
wow.
That was the end
I,
of that. So it was
I
like,
feel him. I feel him. That
yeah.
was me. I don't feel bad. You know, it's all right. It happens. Darth Vader, he's you know, he's serious.
Yeah,
He's a
if you
serious
really
character.
don't know, like, it's again like you have everybody who gets like so excited and like every now and then, yeah, we do have like little ones that get a little
Yeah,
scared of us.
it's
But
happened to me in my TK. I feel a little bad, but I'm like, all right, I get it. It's all good.
hmm
It's all
yeah.
good.
But
But
then you hand them like a card and you like,
yeah.
do
Well, I don't
tell
have
them
cards yet. I don't. You know, get everybody's handing out all this cool stuff. I'm just like, all I got a handshake and a fist bump. Sorry, that's
yeah.
it. You
Listen,
know,
the handshake and the fist bump,
goes a long way. Goes a long way.
they still get to
Especially
take that
when
home
you're
with
like,
them, just differently.
yeah, they're like, well, you're not supposed to do that. Yeah, come on, here, let's go. Do a
Yeah.
little, do this, all that stuff, whatever. Let's go.
hmm
Whatever it takes. But
The
another,
secret handshakes.
yeah, just blowing it up. But so Vader, and then if I really had to do another one, it would be Boba Fett, the original Boba Fett,
Ah, okay.
original, yeah. But like
Again,
I said,
just another, just because he's
it,
so cool.
yeah, he's pretty badass. He's
Yeah,
that. It would be Stormtrooper Vader, Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
That's it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you're like go big or go home. Like,
That's it.
yeah.
Go top of the food chain. Let's go. You know, I
hmm
mean, what else is there? You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was that's yeah, that would be it. But
That'd be the dream.
it's not gonna happen. I mean, I when we did it was I did Weird Al. I did both shows this year, and the one in Woodstock. I can't and forgive me. I forget the guy's name, the gentleman's name who played Vader, but it was his. I believe it was his 600th troop that
Oh, it was
night.
probably Ron.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, you're right. Yeah.
hmm
And Weird Al gave him a whole like the sign thing and all that stuff. But I was looking at his helmet and I'm like, I think he said he made it. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But he had like all this complex. I'm just looking at his helmet. I'm just like, I couldn't. I'm like, these are like the coolest. Like
hmm
I still, I'm like, I'm a fanboy. Like so, like even when I'm in my TK, like I'll go to our troops, and like when I saw Richie, he has a snowy, and I'd never seen a snowy before in person. I was just like, I'm just looking. I'm like, and I'm in my tiki. You can't see my tiki, but I'm like, oh my god, it's a snow truck. I'm like, come on. And then the first time I was standing next to a Tie Fighter pal. I'm like, I was like, in an X-wing fight, and I'm touching him. I'm like, yeah, I was like a kid. I was like, are you real? I'm like, I'm in my TK, like bothering everybody, like an invader, of course. I'm like, I've seen um, Sebastian is he's got the New Hope Vader, and I'm like, and then here we go again. He's a cool looking rock star dude. He's got the long hair and the goatee. He's Vader.
Oh, Danny.
Danny, yeah, we'll
Daniel.
just call him Rockstar because that's how I'm. He reminds me of Rockstar. It's cool as hell. But I think he's got the Return of the Jedi or the Empire. So it's interesting to see the different variations
Hmm.
of the costume. But still, I'm just like, I can't. Every time I see Vader, every time I'm just like I said, I'm just a fanboy. I'm like this,
Hmm.
and I'm one of them.
I
You
was
know
just
what I
gonna
mean? I'm
say, and
like,
you're in it, like.
yeah, I'm in the band too. It's like, how cool is
Mhm.
that? You know, I'm like the guy with a triangle. That's me. I'm like that guy. But no, I just it's yeah. Still, the one I want to see in person next is the AT-AT driver. That's a badass costume. I want to see that in
Oh,
person. You know,
that's Richie. Richie has that, right? I think.
I don't know if he has an AT-AT driver. If he do, I don't know what the hell he's keeping. He better start wearing the damn thing
Yeah.
because I'm gonna get his autograph. That's it. Yeah, because
Yeah,
that
some of
yeah,
the members of our garrison have like so many costumes and like I have it
insane.
like and they'll wear like the same like two or three and I'm you
Yeah,
know.
well, you know, I'm always a guy in white. You know, I'm always a stormtrooper. But I
Hmm.
know. Lyle has a few costumes, and his
Hmm.
wife Margarita. Did she say she had like 30 or something? I'm like, every
She
time I
has
see her,
like
she's something different.
she has like 130. Every
Yeah,
time
yeah,
I
she's
see her, she's
amazing.
in something different.
Yeah,
And she's got Rebel Legion, she's
yep,
got
yep,
Saber Guild, she's
yep.
got she's got 100 of
I'm like,
everything.
how do you keep up with it? But every time I see her, she's in something. Either I think she sleeps in her face paint. I think because her it's like always on point and it's perfect. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you look at whatever. I mean, and she's like, whatever. Like, oh, you can't do this? No, no, I'm sorry, I can't. Not that talented. I'm sorry.
I'm not
I'll
quite
just,
that skilled.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'll leave that really cool shit to you because that's pretty. You're a rock star too. But yeah, yeah. Like I said, I'm still a fanboy.
Hmm.
Um, I am, and every time I see a stormtrooper, I'm like, cool, we're good. But then when those Tie fighters, and then I see, when it was that Weird Al, we have a real R2D2 unit. I'm like,
Oh, from
I'm
Droid
like,
Builders.
I'm taking selfies with it like I'm like, I couldn't believe. I'm like, and the thing is making. I mean, it is R2D2. It is.
Yeah.
It's. And the guy who made. And again, sorry. I'm apologizing to everybody. My name skills are horrible. I think it's the Alzheimer's, the Swiss cheese brain, whatever it is. But I know faces and stuff. But the person who built that, I mean, he deserves an Academy Award. Most of these people who build these costumes, and our Mando, and I forget him. Sorry, dude, I just saw him
Oh,
too.
we have a couple. There's
He's a teacher in White Plains. He's
oh,
incredibly talented.
I don't know. I haven't had the pleasure of meeting him yet
Oh my god,
either.
I know. I'm
He's in
again.
Mando,
Forgive me if he's
yeah.
watching. He can kick my ass. It's all good. No, I'll just stand there and take it.
He'll call you
But
out your next
yeah,
troop.
but he apparently he built his Mando costume, and I'm just like, it's better than the on-screen. It's better. I,
Hmm.
I can't. I'm like, I can't. I'm like, I don't deserve to stand next to you. I bought mine. I don't have the
Hmm.
skill to build it or the room or whatever. But I just, again, like I said, I just look, and then who's the other? Oh my god, sorry. Oh my god, what is his name? Oh god, Anthony. What he built? I think he built
The
the
Death
the
Trooper.
the bounty hunter Wookiee from Boba Fett.
Oh no. Yeah, Andy. Andy has Black
Andy
Chrysanthemum.
Tedesco.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if he built that or what, but that's
I do
come
not believe
on.
he built that, but that costume is nuts. It
It's
is so
insane.
cool.
It's insane. That
Yeah.
and Justin's Wampa. Come on,
Yep.
on, man. Like it's all like coming to life. I can't. I'm like, I wouldn't know what to do. Forget trooping. I just want to hang out with you guys because you're cool.
Yeah.
That's it.
Can we just put our costumes on and hang out?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, 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 yeah. Let's just walk around the street. I'm like a Wampa for God's sakes.
yeah, of all
Where
things.
do you go from there? Where do you go from there? You know,
Yeah.
I don't know. Build like a big size like AT-AT and just
Yeah.
let's just go to Comic Con. Just drive it up. I mean,
Don't mind us.
yeah, yeah, real speeder bikes. Okay, whatever.
But you
It's
got
just
one of those
amazing.
too.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I've seen it in pictures, but again,
Yeah, I
not in
haven't seen it in
person.
person. I haven't been
Yeah,
able to sit on it. But next, no, hopefully I will be able to get like my picture of just like,
yeah,
look,
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
it's a
Yeah,
speeder
no, this is
bike.
great. This is awesome. Yeah, yeah, it's amazing. And like my biggest fear, and I mean, it's the right thing to do. I know I'll do it eventually. Is to like we don't have any handlers, so I'm like, oh, really? So I don't want them to like. I don't want to have to wear my. I'll be a handler if I have to, but
Hmm.
I live in my costume. I want to be like the first guy there and the last guy to leave. Everybody's
Yeah.
like, oh, you can go sit down if I'm like,
No, literally
nope,
never.
nope. I want to go a couple more hours. I'm good. It's
Hmm.
okay. Let me stay. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, it's just I'm just really into it. Just really, really into it for
That's
sure.
well, that's the enthusiasm that I keep hearing about, and we truly are so lucky to have somebody like you in our garrison. This
I
is
appreciate
everything
it.
that
Appreciate it.
we like. It's everything that we want,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
everything that we want to show, everything that we want people like to know about us is that it's just pure love and um and beyond just a love of Star Wars, but like you said, it's your love of charity, like how special it feels to be able to go and do those hospital visits,
Yeah.
it's
Well, that's the one thing I haven't done yet, and I'm trying to. I hope we do. I
Mhm.
haven't. You know, that's basically what I really joined for, to go to a hospital and
Yeah.
see some kid. Just put a smile for it. I haven't done that yet. I'm sure it's coming. We were almost there. We did a troop I think back in September for Ronald McDonald House in Westchester. It was
Mhm.
me and Sebastian, and with our handler Jill. I got her in points. She's awesome. Jill's an amazing handler. She's got to get a costume. She had to get a costume, but she's gonna kill it. But she's an awesome chick. But we did Ronald McDonald House. It was an outdoor um like little festival type of thing. And this lady comes up to us and she's like, she has her son on FaceTime. He's up. Ronald McDonald House in Westchester. It's on the Westchester County Hospital campus. So the hospital's right there. It's Maria Ferrari Children's Hospital, which is attached to Westchester Medical. And Ronald McDonald's house is there, and we're outside. And she comes up. She's like, "My son's up. He's a patient in the room." And I'm like, "She's, can you guys go up and?" I'm like, "Yep, we'd love to come on. Let's go." Yeah, and we're like, "Yeah, let's go, let's go." But then I guess the Ronald McDonald House organizers were like, she's like, "Well, we need like special permission," and I get it. You have to
Mhm. Mhm.
all that stuff, and I think we were already committed to Ronald McDonald House anyway. And I was like, but it was that close. But we were talking to him over FaceTime, and he's like, "It's Lord Vader, it's a stormtrooper, oh my god." I'm like, "Hey, what's up, buddy?" He should have told us his name, and we're like, "Hey, we're saying his name," and
Mhm.
blah blah blah. And he's Sebastian's talking to Darth Vader. I got my little like microphone, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And he was just loving it. And I was like, "Oh, I wish we could just go up there and just like go hang out with him." So
Mhm.
it's coming.
It's
It's coming. Like
coming.
I mean,
We
as I
usually get
said,
a couple of hospital troops through the year, so the opportunity will be there.
yeah. I mean, I think I have to start like I live up in Dutchess County, so I'm an hour away from Westchester and like almost 2 hours from New York City. And I know Empire City does a lot of Long Island stuff, and I'm going to get there. Eventually. I just gotta I work all the time and stuff like that. And when I know there's a troop, like
Mhm.
for our area, I always put the time aside no matter what. But I want to start branching out to Long Island too. Because it's our garrison. I want to
Mhm.
represent, and and I know there's more opportunity down there. So I'll get there for
Well,
sure,
I hope
definitely,
you do because then I'll have the opportunity to troop with you.
definitely. Let's go.
And
Oh, then you get to see all this in person, witness
yeah.
this firsthand. Just ask Justin. Him and I. I think one of the funnest troops I did was we were at the Renegades, not Cyclones game in Brooklyn, and over the summer, and the stormtroopers were out by the front gate greeting everybody, and me and Justin we were like automatically like a team, like a comedy team.
Hmm.
We no rehearsal, just dry, but we played off each other. And ask him, he'll say we played off each other so amazingly. Like we had, I think sorry guys, sorry the other stormtroopers, they kind of left because me and Justin were like still, I think we
Hmm.
stole the show. I think maybe the guys get too hot or whatever. I don't care. It was summertime, but me and Justin, we were there for like a couple hours. Everybody was coming up to us, and it was just. I wish we had like a camera on us. It was priceless. It just flowed, and people were just so entertained, and we had them going. We really played. It was great, and I was just like I was loving. Like I'm a ham in general, so
Hmm.
I just love playing that up, and just it's part of it to me. The only time I ever tripped them before was the Weird Al, but it wasn't an interaction like that. But
Hmm.
we were just and the whole like I said, we're at the front gate, so everybody came in. There was a point where they were lined up just to take pictures with us. I mean, it was a line,
Mhm.
we were just, the things we were saying, and it was like a comedy team. It was. I wish there was a camera on. It's just the recording because it was really that was. I had such a good time with him. We just looked at each other. We're like, that rocked, that rocked. It was just so cool. It's one of my memorable ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
You'll have to do the what is it? And then they made the fourth one, Yankee Stadium. Like you want to talk about like
Yeah,
lines of people, like that
I would
one.
love that.
I did that once and it was insane and it was so much fun. But yeah, a
Right.
lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah, you're
Absolutely.
very, very
Yeah.
sick on that one.
I mean, I'm not a big baseball fan, but it's all good. As
Yeah.
long as I get
Oh,
dressed up.
it's like I mean, I'm not either. It's fun to like go and watch games. Like I'm here for
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
like it's like the like go sports. Like I hope everybody just has fun kind of a
Right. Right. Of
kind of
course.
a
Of course.
girl with that. But
Yep.
it
Yep.
was just like again, just the experience
Yeah.
of the whole thing and seeing how many just the excited fans and the adult children who are like more excited about seeing us
Right.
than their children are, you know.
And we're on the field, if I'm correct, right? Is that
We do,
right?
yeah. We get to do like a
That's
little
gotta be crazy.
parade, which this year I
Wow.
really hope we like sync up and actually get like Vader stormtroopers, like a
Yeah, that'd be
true
great.
pure like march. That's what I
Absolutely.
want to see.
Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah,
You got to do that.
we got it. Like it would be perfection. I
Yeah,
hope
it'd
we
be
can.
great.
Thank
I
you
love that.
so much for coming again. It is so
Oh,
clear like why you got Trooper of the Year because within
thank
like
you. Thank
six
you.
months you have just like you just like personify everything
Cool. I
that
appreciate
makes
that.
us so happy to do what we do.
Thank you.
So thank you
And
so
again,
much.
I wrote, really quick, and we gotta get out of here, but I
Yeah.
wrote like a big thank you text on the Facebook Messenger, and it didn't say enough of what I wanted to say. I mean, I know I've been doing it for 6 months. And I know there's other members who deserve it more than I do. But and I was just honored, and I couldn't believe it. I was like this, I got it over here in display, with my other
Mhm.
Star Wars stuff, and it was very proud. And Justin wrote me, he sent me a card, and the things he wrote and said, I was just it got me, but it just justified and solidified why I love each and every one of you guys.
Mhm.
Um, I'm honored. I'll always honor the garrison. I'll always represent it in a professional and funny and cool ass manner, only that I could do. But I'll always, yeah, for sure. And whatever it takes, it's I got the garrison's back for sure, 100%, hundred
Again,
percent.
we are so lucky to have you.
Thank you.
I really hope you do make it down to Long Island, or maybe I'll
Absolutely.
make my way up to do a Hudson Valley
Let's
troop
go.
because I would love to be able to troop with you.
Only if
I,
you do, you got to come into something I've never seen before. It's got
I
to be
only
something.
have so I only have two. I just have an officer and a Jawa, and honestly, nobody Jawa is quite like Margarita. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, she's
She
our
knows like the
queen.
language and everything. If they don't
Yep.
know language, then forget. Don't even bother. Don't even. Okay, well, whatever. It's all good. As
Yeah,
long as
so
I get
nothing new, but
okay.
I'm totally with you in that. Like, I love like going and playing like the character. So I'll
Oh yeah,
be,
absolutely.
I'll, I'll be right there with you on that. We'll
Let's
march
go.
around and poke fun at people. It'll be
That's
great.
it. You can order me around, whatever, degrade me. I don't care. Hit me, whatever. Thing. That's it.
No,
Whatever. I
won't
give a
do
shit.
that.
It'll be good for sure. Definitely.
You have to be like my intimidating sidekick.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because you can.
Yeah, yeah,
Not that you can tell, but I'm making this weird faces behind your back.
yeah.
I do all that stuff. A lot of fun and love. That's it.
I'm here for it.
Let's go.
Well, until that day, again, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you all so much for watching, like, subscribe, all that jazz. And till the next time, may the force be with you.
Take care.